Okay.
Bring me that. Give me that.
So we're doing this Stanford project for the travel industry, basically to understand how people are planning their travel. And when they're traveling local trips, so we are offering a service which is a very simplified, personalized search. All you're going to search is your interest, let us take art, museums, or something ethnic. You have a time which is like 2 hours or 3 hours. Your budget is like $100. And you search, it'll do a recommendation engine. It'll provide all the trips matching. That's it, as simple as that. So is any travel coming up pretty soon in your any vacation or travel?
Yeah, actually, I'm going to Japan.
Okay, awesome.
In December.
Excellent. So the first question is, suppose you're waiting like Japan, what place you're visiting in Japan?
So I'm going to Kagoshima.
Right. In Kagoshima, this is your first trip to Kagoshima?
Yeah.
Okay. How would you plan your day-to-day itinerary in Kagoshima? What services you use?
What's the service I use?
Yes.
So,
to plan local travel in Kagoshima.
So are you referring to me going from the U.S. to Japan?
Once you went to Kagoshima.
So I'm already in Japan right now.
Yes.
So
how
what
do you
service would I
search
use?
the local information for your itinerary, interest, travel? Which
I've
matches
just been using like Kayak to kind of figure out like internal flights within the country, see if they have anything there. There's some Japanese sites because I know somebody that I found out about. But if I didn't know those people, I wouldn't have a way to know what to do within the country.
Exactly. So Kayak is mostly into hotel and airlines, but you also use Kayak for the local search, the places of interest in Kagoshima, like what the coolest restaurant, what is the coolest events happening.
Right, I don't think you can do that. You can't.
So what kind of service you use?
I don't have a service.
Excellent. And the second question is, what are the key challenges you're facing when you're checking for local information for trips like Kagoshima? What are the main
challenges are I'm kind of going there blindly. I'm hoping that once I get there, everything's going to figure itself out. I'd like to plan it ahead of time, but I don't have that option because I really don't know where to go.
Excellent. And the third question is, if you're given a choice to use a mobile app or a web application that'll give you the real-time, customized, easy-to-use planned trips once you reach to Kagoshima, all you're going to do is take off your mobile phone. It doesn't matter whether you have connection or you don't have a connection. It works on the preloaded data. All you're going to search, hey, my interest is tea. What are the coolest tea bars? I have like 3 hours of drive in Kagoshima right now. My budget is 30 yen or something. Will you use such a service?
Of course. I mean, why wouldn't I? Because the thing is, I don't really know again. It's a different country.
Exactly.
So I would like to know, I'm a planner. I like to know ahead of time what's going on. And if I had a service like that available, I would totally use it.
The last question, in the mobile app, which acts as like your personal assistant, it's a personal guide. It's very cool, it's real time. It'll find you every possible information once you're in Kagoshima in a real time. It doesn't care because when you travel to the new country, you don't have a data plans, you don't need to worry about all that. It's preloaded. All you select is Japan. It'll bring all the data preloaded. So for local attractions, events, discounts, translations, and the biggest problem when you travel, there's everything is written in Japanese. I had the same problem when I went. All you do is you capture your phone, you translate into whatever the language. So if there is such a simplified travel plan, how much would you willing to pay?
That's interesting.
And this is an app for the iPhone? Or
iPhone, Android, any phone, any web service.
I would say,
would you willing to pay if there's any such cool service, simple, accurate information?
a couple dollars, $3-4.
$2, $4
Maximum. I wouldn't spend more than $4, I don't think.
And you'll also like to, before you go to the trip, will you install this app? And once you go there, you have all the information.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. And any other features you would like to have from your experiences on this service?
Yeah.
and you grow up. Exactly.
No, I mean it sounds really
This,
interesting because you're able to find restaurants,
You know,
hotels, trendy spots.
They're very, I mean, they're like second, the subway.
That's really it. I mean, there's food and drink. You know, whatever they're obviously every culture is going to have something different. So whatever the trendy things to do in Japan are that I don't even know about should be on this.
And will you also use your app not only in travel, like local? Let us take you're in a mood for a cool event around LA, which picks it up. You have a budget of like $20. All the events on the moment, real time. Will you also use it?
Of course. Yeah, most definitely. And I think the thing that's important too is that every country, every state, they have things that are different. So like on the West Coast in LA, we might have some things that are different than they would in like let's say Detroit or something. So it's important for the system to know which states do different things.
It's completely on the local knowledge.
Right, exactly. Local knowledge and picking that up all over the world. Traditions in Japan, Turkey, England, whatever it is. Yeah.
And what do you think about our search? All we have is, once you open the app, you'll only 3 features: places of interest, time, budget. That's it. You search,
I think
you
it's
get
simple. It goes back to KISS. Keep it simple, stupid.
Exactly.
It keeps it perfectly simple so you don't get overwhelmed. Because a lot of times with a lot of these apps, they have all this stuff, and you're messing with it, and the app's slow, and you can't be like, you know what, I'm done. And it's just too much. Just keep it very simple.
And will you tell about yourself, who you are, just like what do you do and what is your...
So yeah, my name's Anthony Capobianco. I've been a loan officer for 12 years. Going to be leaving the mortgage industry to travel the world, buy and sell tea. I have a tea company, ZenTeaTraders.com, where I buy handcrafted full-leaf teas. So I mean, I myself created that out of passion and knowing what it is that I would want as a consumer. And I think that your application is perfect for someone like me who likes to travel.
Where they can buy your tea? What place they can buy?
www.zenteatraders.com, ZENTEA traders.com.
Thank you,
If
Anthony.
you have any questions, you can email me at anthony@zenteatraders.com.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.